Healthful regimen. A healthful regimen is a dream for everyone. Certainly, everyone wants to lose weight too fast, without any harm. Have you already included healthy baked oatmeal in your diet plan? Are you tired of having oatmeal recipes for a healthy breakfast? Are you looking for an easy-to-prepare low-calorie meals, with a delicious savor and high nutritional value? Have you tried a healthy baked oatmeal recipe before? If your answer is no, continue this video. What's baked oatmeal? Its components. What are the great benefits? Obesity causes: aging, stress, malnutrition, genetic factors, hypothyroidism, hormonal imbalance. Without a doubt, fast food, excess salt at the usual limit, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Take certain types of medication. Also, eating food without limitation, till psychological state has a bad effect. Undoubtedly, late night dining causes obesity. Overweight side effect: infection with many diseases, gout, arthritis, diabetes, apoplexy, depression, bone pain, sleep apnea, heart disease, hypertension, kidney disease, digestion issues, fatty liver injury, gallbladder stones, some kinds of cancer, metabolic syndrome, less muscle building, reproductive problems, exposure to malnutrition. Methods to prevent obesity: exercise, eat protein, reducing starches, avoid fast food, avoid soft drinks, advertise fried meals, sleep for enough hours, drink enough amount of water, reduce anxiety and stress, avoid eating fat late at night, beware of candy and chocolate. You have to slow down your eating. Determine the amount of food that you are having. Eat food that contains considerable amounts of fiber. Stay away from unhealthy lipids and replace them with healthy lipids. You have to divide meals into several sections throughout the day. Indeed, today's recipe to help your weight loss. Prepare a recipe for soft baked oatmeal. It is also a healthy breakfast. And it's a mix of health and nutrition. Don't worry about its preparation time. It doesn't take time to prepare. At the same time, you can use this bread to make sandwiches. In fact, this baked oatmeal bread is without gluten. Furthermore, it contains healthy oats. It is acceptable for gluten-sensitive persons. It is also without baking powder or baking soda. Also, it's a recipe without eggs, no milk, not even butter, and no applesauce. And anyone who is allergic to eggs or milk can eat this healthy, baked oatmeal bread. On the other side, oats are a great exporter of complicated carbohydrates. It will feed your body with fiber that fills you with satiation. It also lowers the risk of heart disease. I have baked oatmeal recipe for a healthy breakfast. This will help you feel satiation for extended periods. Without a doubt, you can put it in your healthful regimen plan to lose weight. Up to the present time, many people refrain from making oatmeal bread at home. That's because they think it is hard to make. Let me change this wrong concept. Today everyone can be able to make bread at home with ease. With this in mind, you don't need any equipment or machinery to make this bread. The method of work is manual. Oatmeal benefits: whole grain oatmeal boosts metabolism. One of the main benefits is reducing harmful cholesterol. It also helps improve the health of the heart and blood vessels. This is thanks to the healthy fiber in it. Furthermore, oats contain fiber. That decreases the absorption of harmful cholesterol into the bloodstream. Without a doubt, it combines many vitamins and minerals, like manganese, phosphorus, potassium, copper, zinc, magnesium, and iron. It also contains B vitamins like thiamine, folate, and pantothenic acid. 1 cup for breakfast gives your body all these elements. Oatmeal contains beneficial nutrients to you, like proteins, complicated carbohydrates, and fiber. It also contains a few unsaturated lipids. This is beneficial for the heart. The average kcal in cooked oats is about 150 kilocalories per cup of cooked oats. On the other hand, oatmeal contains complicated carbohydrates. That makes your body take longer to break through the metabolic process. This gives you a feeling of satiety for a longer period. This course is beneficial in the case of regimens. It can help maintain your blood sugar levels are stable and your energy levels. The question that gets asked a lot is, are there healthy baked goods? Yes, in truth there are types of baked goods. Kind for those who want to gain weight. It consists of whole grain flour that has high calories, such as butter, nuts, sugars, and some dried fruits or juices like applesauce, and the other kind, for people who want to weight loss. This is in our recipe for today, Healthy Baked Oats, for your healthful regimen. It has low calories, not to mention nutrition. Is baked oat healthy? Yes, it is very healthy and filled with vitamins and elements trophic. 1 cup of it daily is enough. As I have noted, it's great to combine a lot of nutrients in your nourishment. How to make healthy baked oatmeal for weight loss. The main ingredient in this recipe is oatmeal. So the calories are very few, almost non-existent. We've produced a list of all the goods listed in this healthy baked oats recipe. The link is in the description. To begin with this healthy diet ingredients. 1 cup of oatmeal. As I have said, oats are rich in fiber, which gives you a sense of satiety for a very long time. It is also nutritious, it provides you with many main elements. On the other hand, you can use gluten-free oats. If you don't have oatmeal, bring your oats, and I recommend you use old-fashioned oats. They are healthier. Grind it well in the mill 2 or 3 times to make sure there are no blocks in it. Half a cup of warm water. You can increase or decrease it according to the need for the dough. Maybe less or more than half a cup. A half teaspoon of dried yeast. Don't be afraid of yeast, as it is an ingredient in the recipe. It only raises the dough. A teaspoon of white honey. Without a doubt, it adds a delicious flavor to the baked oatmeal recipe. On the positive side, it activates the yeast instead of sugar. A spray of salt. Few, for better flavor. Tips to ensure the success of baked oatmeal bread. If you grind oats, ensure no lumps are in them. The water should be warm, not cold, and not hot. Hot water kills the yeast and cold water does not make the yeast activate. The fermentation area should be warm. This point is often overlooked. If the dough does not rise, check the room temperature. Yeast must be kept in the freezer to avoid spoilage at room temperature. With attention to the type of yeast, the capacity of the dough to rise is affected by old yeast. Benefits of baked oatmeal for a healthy diet. Sugar-free. As you can see, all the elements are beneficial to your health. Also, sugar has been replaced with honey. This improves the flavor of the dish. And also to get low calorie. Information for you. The American Heart Association advice. It recommends lowering sugar to 2 tablespoons for women and children. That equals 6 tsp. For men, the greatest sugar limit is 3 spoons. It is equal to 9 tsp per day. We've produced a list of all the goods listed in this healthy baked oats recipe. The link is in the description. There are no fats in these healthy baked oats. Our baked oatmeal recipe doesn't contain any kind of butter at all. To emphasize, it is the healthiest for all family members, also even children. It is perfect and one of the most saturated meals for anyone who follows a healthful regimen for weight loss. These healthy baked oats have lower calories. As you know, we use oats in our bread. That 1 cup of uncooked oats is equal to 306 calories. As for the cooked oats cup, it contains approximately 150 calories. We also eat baked oatmeal bread several times per day. And each time you get lower calories. 30 calories or fewer. It is a wonderful recipe for you. How do you produce baked oatmeal bread to lose weight faster? First, we want to know if the dry yeast is active or not. Take the warm water, 1 teaspoon of yeast, a teaspoon of honey, and a little oat flour, almost 1/4 cup or less, a few. Combine them in a wide cup or bowl and mix. The texture must be liquid. Cover and leave for 30 minutes in a warm room. After a half hour, if the yeast is activated, it will look like this picture. Afterward, add the rest of the oats flour cup and a spray of salt. A very major note about this low-carb meal, healthy baked oats. If you have high blood pressure, don't add salt. Another key point about this healthful regimen, baked oatmeal. The dough should be soft and not clumpy. Add the rest of the oat flour. At this instant leave the dough to ferment. By and large, the oatmeal absorbs all the water in the dough. I must warn you about that. Cover the dough and let it be active again for an hour or half an hour. It depends on the atmosphere you are in. Then cut the dough into balls, by the size you want. Take each ball alone, spray oatmeal under it and begin to roll it out to the size you want. Then, leave them to ferment. Ignite the oven and leave it to heat. Place the oat bread in the oven at high heat. This baked oat bread doesn't take long to bake in the oven with this in mind, a few minutes. How do you know the time of the baked oatmeal bread maturation? It should be as a gorgeous golden. If it hasn't been fully cooked. As a result, it will shatter into fragments. How do you store baked oatmeal bread? First, let the bread cool completely. Then, conserve it for 3 days in a special bread box, closed completely. How to freeze baked oatmeal. After cooling, leave healthy baked oats in bread bags and empty the air from them. It will keep in the refrigerator for 3 months. Before serving, let the snow melt completely. It should be left in the refrigerator overnight. Basically, this baked oatmeal bread is one of the best foods that help you lose weight. Put this bread on your Healthful regimen for a weight loss plan, and certainly, you will see fantastic results. You will say, I lost weight in a short time. We want you a healthy weight loss. You can eat that bread alone as a low-calorie repast. What can you eat with saturated baked oatmeal bread? This baked oatmeal bread alone is enough as a meal because it has a great taste. Furthermore, you can eat alone. But for greater benefits and access to satiety, and better health, you can eat boiled eggs or a cup of Greek yogurt with it. As I have shown, the cup of Greek yogurt must be fat-free, for fear that the calories increase in this meal. Advice for those who want to add nuts to this baked oatmeal. As we know, nuts contain a high percentage of fat beneficial to the body. Using more of them boosts the calorie count for this meal. Also, nuts are lacking in protein content. Leave out the nuts. Answers to some questions asked. Are baked oats good for weight loss? Yes, this recipe is rich in fiber by and large. That can help you feel filled for longer. It is also beneficial for you, as it is rich in main elements. So, it's one of the best healthful regimens. Are baking oats healthy like non-baked oats? They are both nutritionally equal. But they differ in terms of calories. Baked oats can boost the number of calories. If you add calorie-dense ingredients like nuts, sweets, or fruits. We have produced a list of the main products that you may like. The link is in the description. What should I put in my oatmeal to help me lose weight? Using oatmeal alone makes losing weight easier. Any other additions that increase the nutritional value, or give a distinct savor? Is this baked oatmeal bread vegetarian? Yes, it is 100% vegetarian. And it also doesn't contain eggs, butter, milk, or derivatives. Answers to other questions. What is the number of calories in oats? Dry rolled oats contain 150 calories per half cup. For chopped dry oats, each quarter cup contains 150 calories. The oats here are cooked. And it contains 150 calories per cup. Is this baked oatmeal recipe contain sugar? To clarify, almost all natural food contains very little sugar. As we know, oatmeal is a carbohydrate. So each half cup of ordinary dry oats contains 0.8 grams of sugar. Without a doubt, it is a small amount that is not afraid of it. As we know that fruit contains useful sugar and also contains fiber. Is eating sweets made of oats healthy? Especially for people who want to lose weight? Important to realize, making sweets using oatmeal is not healthy. Especially if sugar and butter are used or full-fat milk. Let us clarify this very main point. Fruits and candy all contain sugar. But fruit sugar is the best. Also, fruits contain nutritional elements, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. They are not found in the sugar that we use in sweetening. You must be wary of this misconception. We've produced a list of all the goods listed in this healthy baked oats recipe. To buy any product, the link is in the description. Is this baked oatmeal recipe suitable for children? Undeniably, this healthy baked oat recipe is full of a lot of major vitamins and minerals. This, in turn, is wonderful nutrition for children over 5 years old. Not just for people who desire to lose weight. In short, it is a very healthy breakfast for all the family. Other questions and answers. Is avoiding sugar completely healthy, in a healthful regimen? On this occasion, you must be aware that sugar is present in a lot of nutritious food. Did you know that each egg contains 0.6 grams of sugar? Nutritionists recommend avoiding sugar completely. That includes the white table sugar, brown sugar, and maple drink. I don't recommend reducing the amount of sugar to zero. You can include unrefined sugar like honey or maple drink, as it is healthy. You should take a maple drink with caution and not overuse it. What is the maple drink? It is a natural alternative to sweeteners. It's extracted from trees called maples. First, they make holes in the maple trees. The liquid comes out of these holes, collected, boiled, and filtered. But it has to be cautious from it and be careful. Several people may avoid sugar entirely, but unfortunately, many people who follow that plan consider it a constraint. So you can use healthier alternatives. How can I use oatmeal recipes but at the same time without carbohydrates? To clarify, our goal here is for the general health of people and not for bias toward a particular regime. Irrespective of how beneficial diets are, our first and ultimate goal is health. Oatmeal is rich in carbohydrates and it is a starchy food. So, if you are looking for a carb-free regimen, oats are not your best option. You can use coconut flour or flaxseed. But not in this baked oatmeal bread. We will present later other recipes with these ingredients next time. I'd like to say a thing about low-carb food. A lot of people are in control of losing fat without cutting out carbohydrates in their regimen. But other people can control their weight better by giving up carbohydrates. To sum up, I don't know anyone who followed a carb-free regimen, and their health has improved. Healthcare providers advise beginning the day with complete grains and fruits. So people may struggle for years to follow this advice, to end sugar permanently. Because they are unable to manage their blood sugar levels or maintain a healthy weight. Completing the rest of the answers to the questions. Can I bake this healthy baked oatmeal bread in the microwave? You must exercise caution, baking bread will be fast in this circumstance. So you must follow up. Can I omit the yeast in this baked oatmeal bread for a healthful regimen? No, the yeast is a catalyst for the dough. If you do not add it, it's lowering the quality of this healthy oat bread. Would baking oatmeal be good for me? Without a doubt, baked oats are very healthy. It contains fiber, protein, potassium, and selenium. Also, you can use it in your healthy breakfast in your healthful regimen. Does baking oatmeal be healthy and suitable for weight loss? Baked oats are very healthy. It is the top nutrition that you can eat for your health, heart health, and weight loss. And oat is a main exporter of carbohydrates, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Studies prove that eating fiber and whole grains is important for weighing less. It can help combat obesity. It is very rich in fiber. That helps lower hunger. This leads to loss of fat and weight loss. We have produced a list of the main products that you may like. The link is in the description. Kimberly Neve's opinions about oats. Insider nutritionist Kimberly Neve said, oats are a wonderful exporter of a kind of fiber called beta-glucan. This type of fiber is associated with lower harmful cholesterol. And it manages sugar levels. It is also excellent for people who suffer from diabetes in second degree. As Neve said, people who always try to lose weight often feel hungry. So, oats are your exquisite option for a healthy breakfast. Because it contains beta-glucan fibers. This gives you a feeling of satiety for a longer period. Neve said, protein is the most effective nutrient. This lessens hunger levels for longer periods. And increasing your protein intake can help you repair muscle tissue after exercise. Eat protein all day to get your amino acids. That will strengthen your muscles better. Last part of the questions. I'm allergic to gluten, eggs, and milk. Can I eat this baked oatmeal bread for a healthful regimen? Sure, as we mentioned in the ingredients. This healthy baked oatmeal is completely free of gluten. No eggs or milk, also no baking powder or baking soda. Can anyone eat oats and baked oatmeal recipes? Or only athletes and those looking for weighing less? Without a doubt, it is a wrong belief in many people. Oats are a great source of protein for you and for your children. Our breakfast often lacks most of the main and major elements of the body. Oats and baked oatmeal recipes compensate for that deficiency. It is very suitable for all people, not athletes. Liability disclaimer. Ahead to consuming this baked oatmeal bread for a balanced healthful regimen. Or to get a better eating pattern suitable for you. It is better to consult your nutritionist. Because this recipe may not be suitable for your body's needs. Not related to the numbers on some packages. Like the calories. In most cases, they are personal estimates for manufacturers. In conclusion, try this healthful regimen, baked oatmeal, to lose weight and tell us the results. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you want an exceptional health or beauty course, send a message. We have produced a list of the main products that you may like. The link is in the description.